Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NFEC. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Although this chart, from a presentation standpoint, is now pretty tricky. Why do I say that? Well, there's a lot of perspective that goes into it, meaning if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there, and you wanted to sell within 20 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you with the late day pullback, the chart's looking pretty rough. Now, if you care about things from more of a bigger picture, then yeah, there was that pullback that occurred. But from the big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. And when you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how those long-term uptrends are constructed. I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a different, perspective and outlook going into the chart. But case in point right here, and why the bulls do still have a chance is they can still kind of stay up above this key area right here at $1.60. Why is $1.60 so important? Well, it all revolves around a foundational and important rule in the world of charts, which states when levels of resistance are broken. So let's first just establish that it was a level of resistance. You can see very clearly there, price struggled to get above it. So resistance, some more. So a lot of history of being a resistance. So the second part of that rule is when the resistances are broken, you want to see them act as support. And so far, so good. You can see right here that level is indeed acting as support. The reason that is so important to continue to hold as support is if the price were to break below there and worse yet, separate to the downside, at that point in time, what would that be doing to the price? That would literally be putting the price right back into that area where it already was. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements with true power are not going to go back to where they were, right? They're going to make progress forward. And in this situation, I'm defining progress as $1.60. So, because let's say this continues to bounce around like it did today and then start to work its way back upwards. How does this represent progress? Well, you look at where these lows were right here. Then you look at where these previous lows were, and if you picture each of these as stair steps, well, there you go. Now you have stair steps making progress in the upwards direction. So again, depending on what your perspective was and your strategy, but if you care about the bigger picture, the bulls do still have a chance to build that higher stair step and stay above $1.60. So we'll see if they can get that job done or not next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.